Hey, welcome to Speak of the Devil podcast. This is Doyle.
Ho, 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 and welcome
Merry
to
Christmas.
episode 26 of the Speak of the Devil podcast. We are here only a few days removed from Christmas and getting ready to see Aquaman tonight.
Oh my God, Jason Momoa.
Not the Entourage Aquaman.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Even though I loved, one of my favorite series ever was Entourage, honestly. I've seen every episode. I owned a bunch of them. I have all of them over there right now. Guilty pleasure.
So,
Anyway, so let's go. We have very limited battery life, so we're going to run quick. So for music, there's a couple upcoming tours that are going on. Anthony's going to tell you about them. The first one.
I'm really excited about one of my favorite bands, Parkway Drive. They released that they're co-headlining with Killswitch Engage, and After the Burial, they actually are playing Detroit on this time. They're playing at the Fillmore. Tickets went on sale today. Well, to the general public today. Got my ticket. I'm really stoked about it. These guys are Parkway Drive from Australia. They're coming off their latest album. I saw them on the IRE tour. I'm really excited. They put on a great show the last time I saw them. They're just one of those bands that's just, heavy. They're fun. Killswitch Engage. Been listening to those guys since high school.
What more can you say? Yeah.
I saw them with Howard. I have not seen them with Jesse yet, so that will be different. It'll be fun.
I thought Howard came back, or was it just for a song or something?
For a song, yes. But this, Jesse, I did not. I saw him with Howard 2 times. And so this will be different with Jesse. I'm excited for it. After the Burial, they're another band that I've been dying to see. They're awesome. They got some heavy songs. Collapsed, Lost in Static. Really, really stoked to hear those songs. And then that's on May 15th. And then May 19th? One of the big fours. We saw them. At Mayhem 2000, what was that, 13?
Yes.
Slayer. Slayer is on their farewell tour. They said it would be about 2 years long. They are playing in Detroit with Lamb of God, Cannibal Corpse, and Amon Amarth. If you have not seen Amon Amarth, they're a band. You need to see them. If you don't know who they are, get the net. They are an awesome band. They're from overseas. They're Viking metal, as they proclaim.
I have seen Amon Amarth, and I have been baptized as a Viking at that show. My Viking horns are in the corner. I'm not going to go grab them, but I have them.
Yes. They are another band that's just in your face, awesome. I don't think they don't have a song that you can't headbang to. They're just one of those bands that every song they just bring it. So that's excited for the music world as far as concerts.
And now that you're mentioning that, as it pops into my head, just to kind of go on that, I've heard there's a story out there that Dave Mustaine has requested to try to do one last Big Four show.
Right.
It's probably not going to happen, but that's the rumors that he's been putting out. Let's do it. Let's do one last Big Four.
Yeah, I think they could.
Why not?
Do one. Like a weekend 2-nighter. Probably San Francisco or something.
Exactly. Do it right in Metallica's backyard, so it's easy for them.
That
would be great.
I'd pay money for that.
Oh man, that would be a great
we've seen them all.
Yes.
We've seen Slayer. We got to see Slayer with Dave Lombardo. Dave Lombardo's no longer the drummer for Slayers. We got to see him play at Mayhem. We've seen Anthrax.
Yeah.
But we did not get to see Charlie Benante play drums because we saw, we were just talking about him.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jason Bittner.
Jason Bittner from Shadows
Shadows
Fall.
Fall right there.
Charlie, I want to say, was hurt or something. We saw him, same thing. We saw him at Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem.
Anthrax. And then, we've seen Metallica. You've seen them 4 times? 3 times?
3.
And I've seen them 3 times.
And I unfortunately, I think I've looked up finally tickets. Every ticket right now for nosebleeds is $145. So
it's just,
I as much as I love them, I mean they're my number one. But
concerts are just getting to that point, man.
It's just too steep a price. I can't do it.
Too steep a price to be that far away. 128 to be on the floor, and I can be where I want to be.
We saw them only a year ago. I mean, normally we're used to you having these,
9
like
years.
album cycle gaps, and maybe that's what it will be again. We might have to wait to the next album, but outside of Spit Out the Bone, there's not very many songs that are going to be different. And I hate to say it, and I love Metallica, but I got to sit that one out.
Yeah.
So
it's getting pricey.
It's too bad, I mean, yes, everything's super expensive. I mean, Eddie Trunks talked about it. I mean, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are selling 18,000 guitar packages on this farewell tour. Well, they will play the guitar that you'll buy for one song at the show that you go to. You don't get a ticket. They'll play the song, and then you can meet them backstage, and they'll give you the guitar. And it's also $4,000 extra for the guitar strap as well. So it's about $22,000.
$4,000 for the guitar strap?
Yes.
So you're talking, what's the grand total?
It's $18,000 for the guitar with him playing it and then you coming backstage. But if you want the strap, it's another $4,000 on top of that.
And that does not include your ticket to the show.
That does not include your ticket to the show.
That is just because they need more money, but people will pay that.
Exactly.
But speaking of that, this is what I will pay. Bands are starting to do this when they're in town. They do personal one-on-one clinics, and Seven Dust, a band that I love, Morgan Rose. Morgan Rose is doing one-on-one lessons for $150.
Well, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, $150.
$150.
$150. You get an hour to an hour lesson with him. Photo op. You get his sticks. You get to go on stage, look at his set, all this stuff. One-on-one. You ask him. Q&A, any questions, learn some shit. But I mean, for $150. To me, that experience is worth its weight in gold.
How much do you think he would teach you if you gave him $22,000?
Exactly. But I mean, someone like Paul Stanley,
and this is the end. They're like, we're old. This is it. You're not going to ever see us again. I guess that's how they're justifying it. If this is truly the end.
But still, though, you're going to get some bullshit guitar. But more importantly, out of all that, you're telling me I don't get a fucking ticket to the show?
No.
I mean,
it's sold independently. It's not sold on the Kiss. It's on paulstanley.com or genesimmons.com. It's sold independently of all of that. So,
man, just think if they got 10 people paying that at a show, how many guitar changes they got?
Well, who cares? I guess if they're actually giving the full top of the line, editions, the ones that Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons play. Do roughly retail, not even list, but retail at about 9, 10, 12,000. I mean, full appointments. But who knows if you're getting that? You might be getting a knockoff, and he might break the damn thing in the middle of it, and just be like, yeah, here's your guitar. It's not who knows what you're getting. If you get, but let's just say that it is, even if it's 9,000 for it. They're still charging, double that.
That is, there's
and
gonna
the strap.
There's gonna be people that pay that, and
That's why they do it. I mean, if you want to pay $100 for the lint out of my pocket, I mean, go ahead. That's America, but it's just crazy.
We were just talking about that guys are now selling their used guitar strings. They got, James Hetfield on board. They got Eric Clapton on board. They've got, fuck.
And if you didn't know any better, you would think like, wow, I'm using the strings or something, like almost like drumsticks.
Yeah.
But just like I do, drumsticks and guitar strings they go so fast.
Yeah,
It's not
what-
like he
what it
used
is
these for 15 years.
They're, they play a show, they change out the strings. Well, there's a company that's taking those strings.
They change them every night.
And they, they're making bracelets out of them and so forth. You get a certificate with it that's authenticated that, hey, so-and-so played these, which is cool.
True.
I mean, you can get for, I think the average is about $200. Get a set of.
I mean, it's cool jewelry. I get the concept, but this idea that it's some huge collector's item is ridiculous.
Just think about it. Okay, I'm paying $130 to go see Metallica. I got to stay a night at a hotel. All the food and drink. I mean, dude, you're looking at $1,000.
Well, that's because that's the only way anybody makes any money anymore. I mean, unfortunately, records are just advertisements now. They're not.
I just
they
think,
don't make money.
I just think
they're
bands,
your business card.
Paying for the meet and greets, anything they can think of.
Oh, the VIP packages on the social media from all these guys on any band, they're pushed harder than the albums. Mm-hmm. Because it's any VIP package is 100, 150 at least on top of a ticket price. That's 10 times the album price that nobody's paying anyway.
When fucking Metallica came out with Hardwire, you buy the ticket, you get the album.
They're still doing that.
And their album went...
When I looked up that 145, they're still doing that. Yeah. If you buy the thing, you get,
you're still paying for that album.
That's kind of...
You're not getting it for free.
And as much as I like Metallica, that's bullshit because that's not a real album sale. But they count it, As
that album went gold, platinum, whatever,
yeah, but
So anyway, let's talk about some video games.
Yep. So a little bit of video games. Next podcast, we will actually pull the baby out and we will show you. But upcoming, if Santa does come down that tree, if I am on the nice list and not on the naughty list, but I don't know, I might be. But I think I got enough nice to get this. The SNK Mini, which is pretty cool because there's a lot of mini systems out there like the Nintendo and the SNES, but this one is a little bit different in the fact that it actually has a 3.5-inch screen built into it so you can actually play it, on the go or whatever, and you also have the flexibility of hooking it up to a TV. Comes with 40 games that I actually calculated the other night. Back in the day, all SNK, Neo Geo, the thing about the Neo Geo when I was a kid is that unlike like a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo or whatever, when you went to the arcade, they were better experiences than that you got at home. But the Neo Geo, what it promised you and delivered was literally the exact same hardware, which was super expensive, but you got it. So if you went to the arcade, came home, it was the same thing. So as such, the home console back in the day, I think it was like probably like $700 or $800 just for the console, which was, actually with what I'm going to put into context is nothing compared to the fact that the cartridges were at the minimum of $250 each. Every Neo Geo cartridge back in the day. And now actually they're still on eBay. Like if you want the real cartridges like that, they're still crazy expensive just like that. So anyway, there's 40 games on this system. So if you equate that by the minimum of the $250, that's $10,000. 25 years ago you would have had to pay. And now you get a little Neo Geo mini system for $100. So not a bad deal. We will review it the next time we play it. It's going to be cool to see. Now, on to wrestling. The Raw Shakeup. Did they shake it up?
Not too much. I mean, you had, to be quite honest with you, you and I both kind of tuned out when that whole bullshit in the beginning where we thought we were going to have this big, speech with Vince McMahon and everything else that, all the McMahons plus Triple H come out. They discuss that, right now Raw has been on the air for what they say, 25 years. Yeah. It's the longest running show
in cable history.
And it's the lowest ratings
ever. So this is, and there's been some dark times in the ratings and everything, even like in the inception. So it's getting bad.
And I just, to be quite honest with you, and
we hate to be blunt, but Well,
I'm going to tell you point blank, women's wrestling is ruining it right now. I don't care what anyone says. I take that back. Maybe not necessarily ruining it. They're overdoing it. Okay, we
I was
get
gonna
it.
say oversaturating. Not saturating. Yeah.
Because there are good women wrestlers. You know,
The whole
We're not sexist or whatever the case may be. It's just
there are too many.
it's just too much.
There's too many.
It's too much.
They can't balance even over 3 hours. They can't.
Well,
can't.
it's just.
How
many Alexa Blisses are you gonna have? How many? There's only a couple. Like Charlotte, she can throw her weight around. Natalia, whatchamacallit, Nia Jax. But when you get people like fucking what was it? The Riot Squad?
Yeah.
Gone. Get rid of them. Carmella, they're wasting her. She's actually fairly decent.
She's booty shaking though.
Booty shaking with our truth. It's just like Mella is money.
Like if you're talking about like women's movement, it's like she's coming out there dancing like a stripper. It's like, come on.
Yeah, we thought it was bad enough with Nikki Bella. But,
she's doing. Yeah,
it's just when I watch wrestling, dude. I watch wrestling to I remember
watch wrestling.
Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, and the NWO. And